So to start off with our baseplate install, we're going to go ahead and start pulling the hardware for these front mounting hooks. And to do that, we're using a screwdriver now, but you can also use plastic trim tools to do so. So we'll just pop those off here and on this side over here. And there's a 10mm bolt in there that we're going to handle next. Once that's done, we're going to pull these out and set them aside for our final install. So next, we're going to pull out the triangle wedge here. It's got a couple clips on the back side. Just kind of pop those out, and then that will sit on top of our base plate. Next, we're going to work on taking this rear trim piece out. This one has quite a few clips, so you just want to work slow and kind of work your way around it. The ends have a tab that pinches, so kind of start in the middle and work your way out, and then once you're there, you can kind of reach under it and pinch those together, and it should pop right out. So you can do that, like pinch those there. Next, you want to go ahead and start pulling the carpet, which lock down into these little plastic clips here. You can work those out using a screwdriver. Just kind of pull the tab back and then the carpet up. Once you have those undone, you're going to start working it out from under the edges. Pull this side and set it in a clean spot. So what's left here is the factory foam. You can take the time to cut this out, trim it up to match underneath the base plate. There's some spacers and things like that. This will cut down some of the road noise and things like that. We also recommend using Dynamat or a product that's similar, just to kind of keep that noise down if that's something that matters to you. So now that we got the carpet out, we're actually going to reinstall this rear trim piece. So once you have the base plate in, you're going to use a 1/4-inch drill bit. You need to go through the holes for the mounting points into the floor below. So now that everything's drilled, we're going to start installing our hardware. We've got one long bolt with a top washer. On the bottom side, it's a bonded washer and a nylock nut that's designed to seal the truck from below, keep water from getting in. On the bottom side, we're going to install that bonded washer. You need a friend for this step, so we've tagged in Hayden. Yeah, there's right. This is how you're supposed to tighten the bolts. So now that we have the base plate installed and bolted in, we're going to come back in with the rear triangle trim piece that cleans up all this. So it should just drop right in here. Pop those clips back in. And then we can go back in with the hooks. Bolt those right back in.
So I mean, I got that done. I gotta do it. That was, oh man.
So when the doors ship, we have our L brackets that are used for mounting down here. They're already tight, so we're going to go ahead and loosen those up and align them with the holes in the base plate and start threading things in. So now the drawers are installed, we're going to work on assembling the top plate. So to start, you're going to take your drop-in T-nuts, slide them into the track. And what you want to make sure is that the larger side of the T-nut here, as you can see, it sits up against the corner piece. And that's pretty much the same for all the corners, all the way around the drawer. So as you're installing this, you want to start with all the bolts in the center so that you can slide it back and forth and start to line up all those T-nuts. And then once that's done, then you work on your corners and the center.
Right?
We just gotta keep working through our list.